I spoke to a few of the guys. The general feeling is that, look, I think what Nasser said is absolutely right. More often than not, a lot of the players, after the fourth test, this is tiring, alright? Almost all games have gone down the wire. They tired a lot of people, and they have only one physio right now. They had two, but before this, one went down, along with the coach and another couple of the coaches. So they had one physio, so they've done a lot of work with that man, and now he tests positive. Now that is the problem. It was somebody else, somebody who's helping, in terms of, logistics and all that, they wouldn't be this afraid. But when this person got it, the physio, I think that's when they got the jitters a little bit. And you also have to understand, as soon as this finishes, they have the IPL, soon after that the World Cup, and soon after that the New Zealand series, and we are talking about literally 1 week turnarounds. How many bubbles can they do? When they rather assembled in India, they assembled on May 16th. It's 4 months almost now. 4 months. That's a lot of time, Wody.
Were they trying to put things in place that this test match could go ahead, maybe after a delay we heard possibly of 1 or 2 days?
There were thoughts of that, but just let's take an example for today. Most of the guys today haven't even slept till 2:33 in the morning because they don't know if they have to be ready for the match. They don't know because, it's very late in India, so they don't know if they're going to be able to speak to ECB. Those kind of discussions were gone. So most of them haven't even slept till 3 o'clock. So the test match happening today was out of question almost. It's whether they can delay it further. But you have to imagine, you have to remember this, that, a good chance that a PCR test 3 days later could test some player positive, and if he's playing in the 11, then what happens to that person? Is he going to spread it around? Is he the super spreader for that point of time? That puts every other player in jeopardy, and then they have to stay 10 days in England. Then what happens to the IPL, which is supposed to start 4 days after they land in Dubai? So, so many other questions. It's not necessary that they've tested negative today means that 2 days later they will test negative again. There could be somebody, even if it is one person, who tests positive, then that puts the whole thing into another different dimension.
Well, that is the problem, that incubation period. So what are they doing? Are they isolated to their rooms as far as you're aware?
Yes, they are all in their rooms. They have not moved out since the time they've heard about the physio. They've all been told to stay in the rooms, not move out, and that's exactly what they're doing.
So are they fearful of bringing maybe the virus into an IPL bubble where you are now?
Yes, absolutely. That is one thing you got to understand. For so long, like a lot of the IPL teams have already come and started quarantine and all of that. The Indian team have not had a major bubble, so to say, up until this test, where they have been said, try not to go out of your rooms even during the test matches. Just stay in. That's a decision they have taken. But now that the RT-PCR test with a positive has come for a certain person, it's completely different. But they have been informed that we are moving from a bubble to a bubble, so we have to kind of make a bubble in England when we are here. So this last test match, everybody stay in the rooms, don't move out, try and order room service, play the test match and get on with it. Let's get to IPL after that. So that's kind of been the mood, so to speak.